here we go, my friend. Little incision. There we go. You feel anything?
I can feel pressure from your hand pushed down. That's about it.
Right. Good. That's all we want. Just pressure.
It's working well.
Excellent. If you do feel anything, you're going to tell me, right?
Sure. I'll scream bloody murder and ruin the whole video.
Yeah, I do that.
That really wouldn't ruin the video. Okay. Got our initial incision. Let's see if this will open up a little bit now. Using the curved hemostat, I'm just going to get right in there.
Here we go.
Oh no. I think we got into the cyst, Gumby Jean. What do you think?
Like
You know what, my friend? I think you've got some pus in here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's get a culture. Look who's ready. Why don't you just get that culture? Get down in there. Get down deep.
I gotta find the hole. Okay.
There you go. That's good. So now we're going to give her a little squeeze. Yeah, we got cyst material coming out, that's for sure. So you definitely had a cyst that's probably been there for a while, and the reason you didn't notice this until a little while ago was it's recently gotten secondarily infected.
So that explains why it got bigger a couple of weeks ago.
That's why it more recently got bigger. Yep. So we're using the scissors now. We're just going to work around this. See if we can't get that cyst sac out. So this is one of those more rare occasions where you actually do have an epidermoid cyst, what some people call a sebaceous cyst, but it has gotten secondarily infected. So you have both a cyst and an abscess. So you scored, like the daily double.
Interesting. Does that mean it's going to cost twice as much to remove?
Yes, sure does. We've already check up front, see if they'll bill his
I
insurance.
figured that much.
Times 4.
Don't square it, double it.
I think you're going to have a real good shot at, once we get this all out, that this isn't going to come back, anything like that.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. So you haven't gotten the results back on that algebra test, huh, Gumby Jean?
No, I checked earlier. It's not on there yet. Maybe this afternoon or this evening.
This evening. When you take
Or
your
tomorrow.
test, it's been a while since I've been in, formal school. I do lots of continuing education programs, but do you take a test like on what we used to call a Scantron or a
You know
bubble
what?
sheet of some kind?
Some instructors do and some don't.
Some
I
don't.
hate when they do it because sometimes it'll grade you wrong. Like if it's multiple answer choices, it'll grade you wrong.
Well, you always check, right? Don't you, when you get your test back? Say, wait a minute. I should-
yes.
Yeah, because-
Absolutely.
Well, especially if you're paying for the class, you better be checking that
Absolutely.
stuff.
Plus, I don't need anything missing on my letter grades. Letter grades, sorry.
I thought you said little grades. Okay. A little personification of the grades there.
That's why I corrected it.
That thing sounds like it's pretty solid in there.
Well, what it has is it kind of has a thick, fibrous sac, okay? And that sac has kind of got a little scar tissue around it. Not a lot. There's not an excessive amount of scar tissue on yours. This is going to come out relatively easy compared to some that I've done in the past. But we still have to, excise it, and we want to be sure that we get all of the sac. And this is where, some doctors don't spend enough time. They just don't put the effort in, I guess. But they don't get the sac out. They just sort of open them up, pack them, and send the patient home. And these will go ahead and heal, but then they'll be left with a cyst that'll return at some later date, and that's no fun.
No.
We like you, but we just want to do this once.
I feel that way about most doctors.
Is that true? You're okay with it, but you don't want to keep going
Yeah,
back.
y'all are all right, but the less I see you, the better.
There you go. I don't have a problem with that. So I'm doing both a combination of snipping with the scissors, so we're making some small cuts, but also inserting and spreading like I'm doing right now. Just basically tearing through these really small fibers that are holding the cyst in place. Do you feel any of that?
I mean, I could feel your hands pushing against it.
No pressure.
Yeah. And then I can hear the snip of the scissors, and I think it's tricking me into feeling it.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, that does happen. Did you feel it at all when Gumby just opened up your wallet and pulled out that the currency that was in there?
I felt it in my chest.
You
felt that in your heart?
Yeah. I'm sure all $12 are gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no question.
And they're like
that's
even
true.
numbers, so.
See, if Gonzo was still here, your credit cards would be gone
gone.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
She don't like the paper. She just like the plastic.
She wants the plastic.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you get the shot. Don't worry about the cyst. Just get the, you know.
I'm glad Honeycomb has such a sense of humor.
I know. You should leave Johanna and come to us.
He doesn't know secretly I'm with the government and I'm going to put an RFID chip in when we're done.
I've already got one. No, I went to the dentist last year.
Oh, really? So you've got one in a molar?
Yeah.
Later he'll get the really high-pitched screeching in his ear.
Oh, yeah,
I'll be picking up radio signals before you know it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
As long as they don't beat me in the parking lot, I'm fine. Oh, there we go.
See there? Yeah, we're coming out. Don't let me block, okay? If I'm cyst blocking, you tell me.
Okay.
Honeycomb already told me he wants to see a nice video on YouTube so that he can share it with his friends.
Oh, you like stuff like this, Honeycomb?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
That's where it's at. That's when I first got it. I thought it was a pimple. I got all excited. And then it would pop, and I was so disappointed. You wouldn't even understand.
Were you standing in your backyard trying to pop it? Did you see that video with the backyard cyst?
Mm-mm.
The one where there's 12 empty beer bottles sitting around the guy, and they cut it
no,
open?
not that one. There's this guy in the backyard. He has this big, ugly pimple-like thing on his back. It's like huge, and his wife is like squeezing it, and it's like just shooting out. It was disgusting.
Yeah, and if we don't have this done by 5 o'clock, you're going to have to come back Monday to get it finished.
We'll slap a Band-Aid on it. We'll be all right.
I wouldn't even go that far. I think some duct tape would probably hold it.
We'll rub some dirt on it. It'll get better.
Definitely got more pus coming out of there. See that gummy Jim? So we're going to be putting you on some antibiotics.
Okay.
Okay. And Gumby, we are not going to stitch this closed.
Okay, pack.
We're going to have to pack this for you, my friend.
All right. When do I get it unpacked?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
We only stick when there isn't any infection, right?
Right.
Okay.
As soon as I saw that infection, it changed everything. Remember we were talking before that Gumby had gotten everything ready just in case the other scenario happened.
Well, she did good. Just for that, I hope she got an A on her test.
There you go.
Because he was hoping you got a C before that.
C?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, he kind of told me he thought that, he was pretty sure he felt that you got a C.
If I get a C, that's fine with me. But I'm aiming for an A, which I probably got to be.
Yeah. That's okay. I was a C student, but I'm also not in the medical field, so
Yeah.
take that for what it's worth.
Oh yeah, I could never make C's. I was lucky if I got a D. Most I'm kidding.
Says the man
Yeah,
currently cutting me
scissors.
open. Appreciate that.
Oh. Yeah.
He just didn't like the study.
I got an A in workshop though,
A in
wood
workshop.
shop.
That applies more to this situation, I would think. Put a good lacquer on there.
That's what we're gonna do for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You need to take that call. You can.
It's just for now. Oh, he said Park 1, didn't he?
He said 101.
Oh, that's just for now.
He's calling to see if everybody can go home.
Mm-hmm.
You feeling any of that?
Little pinch.
I'm gonna grab that real quick, okay?
You go right ahead.
Yes, this is Carla. How can I help you?
It's looking pretty clean right now.
Good.
Sometimes we get into these around the neck and they turn out to go much, much deeper than we think. But this one is not that terribly deep.
Good. As long as it doesn't go down to, like, you know, the spinal cord, I think we're all right.
Right. No, not quite that far.
Because that was making me nervous about it being
Up in the neck area?
that close to the neck, yeah.
You're golden. You got nothing to worry about there. I think we're ready for a flush. What do you think? What you got for us? A little hydrogen peroxide going in. Here we go. A little bit more. Let that bubble out. All right, let's do our packing.
Okay.
So we're going to put some packing in here. We're going to ask you to come back tomorrow. I know you don't want to, but I'm going to need you to come back tomorrow.
Okay.
I need you to go ahead and pull some out and cut it for me, please, ma'am. And then we'll remove the packing, and if it all looks good, then all we'll have to do is just put a dressing on it and let it heal. I'm gonna
So it's going to take 2 or 3.
But this wound is nice and clean now. I think we got all the pus and irritation out of there. Well, Honeycomb, how's it been? You've enjoyed this so far?
I have.
Surprisingly entertaining way to spend the afternoon, isn't it?
I can think of worse things to do.
Me too.
So we're putting iodoform gauze in, which is kind of a infection-fighting packing material. That's all we need. And hopefully that's going to help you heal. I'll have a prescription for something for pain, something for nausea, an antibiotic, and if you have any trouble, you're going to give us a call. Otherwise, we're going to see you tomorrow, do a little follow-up, and remove that packing. Do you have any questions for us, Honeycomb?
Can I take a shower tonight?
You can take a shower tonight, but we'll have a dressing over this area. We want you to leave that dressing in place.
Okay.
All right? Man, we appreciate you letting us record your procedure for all our friends on YouTube.
Oh, I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't getting recorded.
There you go. Thanks, Gumby Jean.
Bye.
And action.
Hi guys, it's Gumby. Stay tuned for the Meta 7 video.
Hi, Dr. Gilmore, all the girls, and YouTube land. My name is Amy, and I wanted to give you my testimonial on Meta 7. Just for a little bit of background, I had a car accident 6 years ago. I have 4 bulging discs in my neck, 4 in my low back, multiple impinged nerves. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I have also developed facet joint arthritis almost the entire length of my spine, and I have fibromyalgia. So obviously pain is a big part of my daily routine, but I've also really struggled with exhaustion, just pure exhaustion. I can't sleep at night. Then I end up sleeping all day. I don't have the energy to do anything. I don't have motivation to do anything. And so I finally, after watching all of these testimonials on Meta 7, pulled the trigger and bought a bottle. And holy cow, it is seriously life-changing. On the days that I am not struggling with pain, I can take my medication in the morning, I take my Meta 7 with that, and then I'm up. And it doesn't matter if I had a bad night of sleep like I did last night. I only slept 2 hours, but I was awake for the rest of the night. I took my Meta 7 this morning, and I have literally run all day long doing things. And I can't even tell you, there's no possible way for me to express how much that means to me, because for the past 4 years, I have been virtually bedridden. At least 3 or 4 days a week, I'm stuck in bed. My good days, I get up and try to do everything that I hadn't been able to do the other 4 days, and then I'm down again because of the pain. But with the Meta 7, I'm able to do a lot more than I could before. I still have the pain. That's not ever going to go away unless somebody comes up with some spectacular treatment for me. But currently, there's not anything really that can be done for me other than steroid injections, which I refuse to take any more of, and nerve burning. So if you're thinking about trying it, I highly recommend that you do. I know that my husband and my son both have seen a huge difference in my ability to get up and get out. And it's something that I have wanted to do and I have really missed doing, and I feel like I'm finally, at least partially, able to live my life again. And I thank you guys so much for developing this. And oh yeah, and no, it does not cause any kind of jitters at all. I was really surprised because I have taken so many things, and energy drinks and coffee, and I've done everything to give myself the energy, and I can still go right back to sleep. But you know, then you have to deal with the tremors or the head crawling or any of that stuff, and I don't have any of those issues with it. None whatsoever. It's like I just took a multivitamin. I mean, it's like I took a multivitamin, and my body is operating properly for the first time in years. So I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for letting me share this with you, and happy cyst popping. Thanks. Bye-bye.